I go in there and get a big win over Jake Ellenberger, you know what I mean? And he's on the terror, man. He's in my opinion, right now he's the most dangerous welterweight out there. That's my honest opinion. I feel that I'm fighting the most dangerous fighter in the welterweight division. He has knockout power. He's a great wrestler. He's hungry. He fights extremely hard, and I think he's the most dangerous guy out there. You know what I mean? I think he's, you know, the way he handled Jake Shields, and you know what I mean. You've seen the way George handled Jake Shields compared to how Jake handled Jake's. So you know what I mean. I think I'm fighting the #1 contender already. You know what I mean? You know, Carlos is there too. You know what I mean? But as far as most dangerous fighter in my division, I think that Jake is the most dangerous fighter. You know what I mean? He did fight Carlos on 2 weeks' notice. Nothing taking anything away from Carlos, but any fighter, you give me 2 weeks to get in shape right now and go take a big fight with Carlos Condit. You know what I mean? That would be a bad situation for me going into a fight with in shape, you know, Carlos Condit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That was the first live fight aired on Spike, and now we're gonna get to be a part of the first show on Fuel, and be a main event. You know what I mean? I know that the real, true UFC fans are gonna find a way to watch that fight, and I know that Fuel TV is gonna be happier than they've ever been, because Jake Ellenberger, Diego Sanchez is gonna be a war. You got two fighters that scrap, two fighters that have heart, two fighters that are not afraid. You got two guys that are just warriors, and so I'm excited. You know what I mean? And to make it even better, I get to go to Omaha, Nebraska, Jake Ellenberger's hometown, and go do that. That's something I've never done before, and I'm excited. You know? I look at this like I'm going to like Russia, and I'm fighting Russia. You know what I mean? Like I'm going into his backyard. You know, I'm taking the war to him. I'm invading his territory, and I gotta bring it to him. I gotta go under his fans that are gonna boo me, and I gotta just be the best I can be, and bring it. You know what I mean? It also adds added pressure to him being in his backyard. I heard Josh Koscheck say that, you know, he'll rather retire than fight John Fitch, but you know what I mean? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, I guess he'd rather retire. You know what I mean? Me and Condit, we'd rather get an opportunity to be a world champion. You know, we're not going to give up our dream. You know what I mean? If we're standing in front of each other, we're going to fight. And we have no problem with that. You know what I mean? We've talked about it. The teams had a team discussion, and he's fighting Nick Diaz. I fought Nick Diaz too. You know what I mean? We're both fighting guys that we both beat, and we can help each other any way we can. Carlos, actually, when he fought his first fight, I was fighting my third fight in Juarez, Mexico, and we shared a hotel room together, and we were sitting in there talking to each other. I was fighting at 185, he was fighting at 155. We were telling each other how we were gonna be fighting in UFC. Little do we know, you know what I mean? 8 years later, we're here, we're fighting in UFC, and two of the best welterweights in the world.
You've always been known as a guy with an incredible chin, a guy who can take a punch as well as anyone. Do you feel that that's going to catch up to you? And have you thought about evolving your game in ways, you know, where you're maybe not so ready to take one in order to give one or two back?
No. It's something that is genetic. I don't know why, but some guys got it and some guys don't. It just is. It's just the way you're built. You know what I mean? And I don't know, but I know that God made me a warrior, and I get hit with punches that would drop a guy right on the chin. And instead of me going out, my chin, my lip will bust. You know what I mean? The skin will break. I am a ground fighter at heart, and I will always be looking to be on the ground in the top position. That's where I'm best. It just is what it is.
Cool. Well, thanks, Diego.
You're welcome.
Anything you want to say in closing? Any sponsors you want to thank?
Nope.